Hi, my name is Mo, and I'll be showing you how to navigate the workspace and create a side-by-side setup for the free code editor Lighttable. To begin with, we have the Lighttable welcome page that has links to their start documents and tutorial page, their changelog, and their help link through GitHub. It's important to note that Lightable's improvement is currently community-based and that their creators have since moved on to other projects. On the top bar here, we have the usual title bar directions. It is important to note on the File drop-down menu that the keyboard shortcut to open a project is Ctrl-Shift-O or Command-Shift-O if you're on a Mac, instead of Ctrl-O like in most other applications. In Lighttable, this kind of shortcut is referred to as a keybind, and the software has customizable keybinds, but those will be covered in a later video. If we open a project using the keybind Ctrl-Shift-O though, it just opens the project without adjusting any other part of the view and looks like this, and that is not something we want. So if we go back and click on our View tab, we have all these great options to change our setup, the first of which is the Workspace. Workspace shows the sidebar where we can add current projects and all of their related material. In the Workspace sidebar, we can open these projects just by clicking on them and they'll open in a new tab. Going back to our View drop-down menu, our next option is Connections, which pulls open this menu to connect a browser tab or a code evaluator for languages like Clojure or Python or any of the other plugins that come already downloaded and installed with Lighttable. This is convenient if you're an editor who's juggling multiple projects in different languages all at the same time. This is actually one of the main benefits of Lighttable in that you do not have to go and install the plugins yourself. Here's all the plugins that come downloaded with the application. And again, this is reached through that same View drop-down menu. These are generally for professional and hobby coders. Next, there's the Navigator, which is just a keybind menu that opens a search for folders and projects linked through your workspace. It's nice for when you're working on a project with dozens of programs and links which all have to be incorporated and referred back to and searched. You'll see that I linked and opened some projects to show how this works. And finally, we have our Commands link in the View drop-down menu, which is what we'll be using to create our side-by-side work view. Commands also has the keybind of Control or Command space, so we don't have to keep pulling open the View menu. In the command window, there's processes that make Lighttable a useful tool for coders of semi-professional and professional level. The commands we care about for creating the side-by-side setup, though, are the commands that start with browser and the ones that start with tab set. Browser commands allow us to open a tab that is a full-functioning, if outdated, web browser right inside the code editor. We can use this browser to see a preview of our website, search coding databases like GitHub, or even just browse Facebook. The tab set commands control how the tabs are organized, including making new tabs, moving them, and creating a new space for the tabs. Just clicking a new tab set will rearrange the existing space without actually moving any tabs over. So to move the tab over you want, you can go to the command window and select Move Tab to Next Tab Set, which will move over the active tab. We can drag and drop the tab we want moved, or we can right-click on the tab and it will be added to its own entirely new tab set. Lighttable can host multiple tab sets simultaneously, but they do get more narrow the more you open, so I prefer to keep it limited at 2 or 3. Overall, Lighttable is an extremely powerful code editor that can be useful to beginners, but is more suited to professionals and semi-professionals. I would not recommend this for beginners.